Hey y'all, I'm back. See if I can get you a little smidge higher just so you can see my head. I don't have to bend to be in the frame. I'll be working, but I just wanted to say hi and also wanted somebody to be here. Kind of feeling a little bit alone. Not really alone, but like I have all this pent up nervous energy. Like I want to talk about something or I just want to do something. More so like just talk. Like I just want to process some things out loud, but not in a processing kind of way, constructive conversation kind of way, like where I'm saying things and the other person's also saying things that are like, oh, well, I didn't know that, or like constructive conversation. And I feel like most recently a lot of my conversations have been me sharing information and trying to explain myself or things to people. Just conversation of just like, okay, we'll have a conversation. It'll more so be like the other person would have more questions and I would go on and explain. But I kind of I think I'm at a place where I don't want to explain anything. I don't want to talk about, I don't want to process stuff. I've been processing so much. I want to just exist and enjoy life and talk about things and just feel validated and also just be learning more. I think I'm just craving validation. And I don't know where to find it. And I guess that's why I come on the internet, because I'm like hoping that maybe there are people out there that get what I'm talking about or feel the same way, that also want to share and talk or do the things that I like, want to be validated as well. But I find it's been hard for me to find validation because I feel like I constantly have to explain. And if I have to explain, then I guess in my head, my point isn't as valid. Or maybe it is valid, but like I just don't want to have to explain things. Like maybe it's not validation I'm looking for. It's more so just belonging, community, like feeling like we're all on the same page. Like I'm not so different or obscure, or like my experience isn't so nuanced or so foreign that like I have to explain it. Or maybe I don't have to. Maybe I explain off of just my own whim. But like it's just what I've been feeling. Like even just in conversation, it's just like constantly feeling exhausted with not just being able to just say A or B without there being the question of what is A, or why is A, or is A supposed to be there, or is that an A? Does that make sense? Like even this, like I find myself asking that question so much times, or like and I think that's a part of why I kind of just choose not to venture out so much, or like even with making friends online, like I've tried, but like it's so exhausting. Constantly feeling like I have to explain myself, explain my existence, explain anything that I do. Maybe I don't, like I said, maybe I don't. Maybe I just like I'm predisposed, or like my mind thinks that I have to, but I don't. But that's not true, because even when I don't, then there comes the questions of why or no or what and how or whatever. Like I guess I'm just coming to grips with the fact that I've always known I'm not normal, mind you, but I feel like I've been able to pretend. This is me unmasking. This is, I guess, what my process of unmasking is. But like for so long, like I've just been able to just be or try to be or like perfect, like just fitting into the boxes that people expect. So when now realizing that my entire existence does not fit in any of the boxes properly, and because of that there are constant questions, and me trying to live in my truth is hard because I don't have all the answers. And also I don't want to have to answer. Like, can it just be like, okay, that's just how it is. That's just an A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, can we stopping? I just want to progress. And I feel pretty stagnant because I'm not learning anything new from any of my, like, I'm learning a lot of new things about myself and how I exist in the world, how I interact with people. And that could become overwhelming, like on a constant basis, realizing that there's so much more nuance to my experience than what I've been going through this whole time. Because now, being unmasked, where people like actually get to see who I actually am, me existing in my truth, is exhausting and learning. But I'm tired of learning about myself. I need a break. I need a break from being different. I need a break. And my response to that would be to like go back to masking, but that does not feel comfortable for me anymore. It feels very weird. It feels very annoying. Very in a box. Like, even though I don't fit in those boxes, now I'm out of the boxes with everybody else in a box by myself. It feels alone. I feel very alone, very lonely. But because there's nothing wrong, it's just that I'm lonely. I don't know how to not feel this way. And the thing would be to reach out to more like people that fit in my boxes, but like, and I guess that's why I'm making this kind of content. So like, I'm actually seen for who I am in my me, not masking, not trying to be anything but myself. And maybe like that validates somebody else's experience and makes them feel seen. Like, I guess that's really just what the goal is here. And hopefully to create a community of my own where I don't have to explain myself. That's kind of what this is. That's what we're doing here. So hey, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Slim Jim. I'm a content creator, podcaster, lifestyle vlogger. Yeah. It started out with lifestyle vlogger, then I made a podcast, and I have a blog. I have different pages on different like social media platforms that allow me to enjoy different facets of my life, like different versions of myself. Not different versions of myself, but they meet different needs of mine. And YouTube, hi, you're here, I'm here, is where I'm gonna look for community, where where I've always been looking for community, but I've been looking for a community that looks like everybody else's instead of making this space my own. Like, I've been trying to create content that looks like everybody else's. I mean, yes, unique to me, but like, because I'm Bahamian and obviously the things that I'm doing, the way that I talk is unique to me, but like my complete existence has still been trying to like fit into those boxes. So now this is our space, and if you like it here, if any of this resonates, if you are feeling this exact same way, like, you don't even have to like the video, comment and subscribe, because because that's what we're looking for here. Community, people to talk to, people to see us, and people to also be seen by and to share with in this experience of neurodivergence. And being a Black person and neurodivergent is so different from other people's experience, as just as being a white person and neurodivergent is different from everybody else's experience. But like, because I don't know what that looks like, and I might, and I'm pretty sure I do know, because birds of a feather flock together, lots more people that are neurodivergent, because we've all been accustomed or groomed to mask. And I've now become aware of my masking, and I've decided to unmask and choose to like tune into my own life and what I want and what I like, what works for me and what doesn't work, and what feels good and what feels like I'm trying to be somebody else and trying not to be somebody else, really actively trying to just be me. Like most recently, yesterday, I realized that I've constantly been going through my life as if somebody has been watching me. Like literally as if there is somebody always watching me. So everything I do is based off of if this person sees. I don't know who this person is. Generally, when I think about it, is either like somebody in a form of authority, maybe like just anybody that would frown upon what I'm doing or would criticize what I'm doing, or like just anybody. So, and in living that way, it has made me kind of like feel like I have to hit the mark every time, because otherwise the person's gonna see and I'm gonna be flagged and I'm gonna be like, you know, like shut down because I'm doing things the wrong way. And just yesterday, in realizing that there's nobody watching me and I get to live this experience as I see fit, great, let's go. Starting now. Ready, player 1? Are you player 2, or are you gonna be player 5? It's up to you. You get to choose. But that's what we're doing here. I'm asking, and like I said, I might know a lot more neurodivergent people that are not aware of their neurodivergence, or just not aware that I'm asking is a thing, because I didn't even know I had the option. I didn't even know that was a thing. But now listening to myself and being like, well, this doesn't feel natural to me. I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it. Why am I doing this? Because even though I don't want to. Things like that, asking those questions. And if there's no real reason for it, if I'm just doing it because this figurative person is watching me, or just in case somebody sees, or just in case I'm doing it the wrong way, or in case I get penalized for doing it the wrong way. And I mean like doing it the wrong way as in walking across the street. Is there like little things, pouring water into my glass, making tea, am I doing every little thing, showering? And you think that that's crazy. That might seem like, what the fuck? And even though, yeah, constantly feeling like somebody's watching me, and there have been times where I choose not to do the thing that I know is right, even after choosing not to do the thing that I know is right, it's like constant, like, you know you did the wrong thing. Like, it's just like this. What is the wrong thing, bro? Who said that? Who said that there's a wrong way to make your tea? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that has been so mentally draining, like, to always like be occupying your brain with, oh my god, what if I mess up? What if I mess up? What if I'm gonna mess up? I have to do it right. I have to do it. Fucking nuts. So we're not doing that anymore. And if you've come to a similar realization, or if you haven't, and you like, this is just something that, wow, interesting, is there another way to do things? I'm not being watched. If this is like literally like a window opening, a light turning on for you, subscribe as well, because I don't have all the answers. I literally know nothing. I know nothing but what I feel and what feels right to me and what doesn't feel right to me. That's literally it. And there's obviously nuance there, but at the same time, that should be okay. Like, that should just be okay. I should be able to trust myself and not be like, okay, but what if somebody's watching you? Like, fuck that. If they watching, so what? This is my experience. Literally, this is my life. I have one of it. And I'm just out here living for this imaginary person that's watching me. Like, seriously? And if this does not make sense to you, I must seem crazy. Like, girl, like, who gives a fuck? Like, nobody cares. You can make your tea however you want. And that must feel good to feel that way. But to not feel that way, to feel like you have to do everything correctly because you out of fear, if you feel that way, bruh, take a breath. Like, I often do that and like realize how long I haven't done it and just be like, bruh, like I really needed to breathe. So breathe and subscribe and let's do this. You're gonna be my community and I will be yours and we will be yours because there will be more of us because I feeling lonely, but I have a hard time feeling like I'm the only person in the world that feels this way. So if you do, please validate that feeling that I'm not the only person in the world that feels this way. Thanks for watching this video. I've been Slim Jim. This is the personality that you will get every time you come to watch a video of mine. Sometimes I'm going to be a bit more animated, sometimes a bit more dull or like lifeless, but it's going to be this. This is the energy that you'll get. And if you like it, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Wiggling. Okay, before I go, one other piece that I wanted to add on there, and I recorded it in another video, but I have not posted that video yet, but I wanted to add it on to here because and I've lost the thought. Yes, so constantly feeling like I have somebody watching me has definitely put my anxiety through the roof, but it also most times just make me afraid to even do the thing because I feel like I will not do it right, or I can't do it right because I don't know how, or I'm just afraid that I'm gonna mess it up because if I mess it up, somebody's watching. I just don't do the thing. That's a thing as well. And that has been a really big piece. Part of, additionally to the storage, because I mentioned the storage in the last video that I posted yesterday's video, but a big part of it is also just a fear of failing, of messing up, because I constantly feel like there's somebody recording my failures, and so I would rather not do it and not have the failure recorded than to do it and mess up. When the failure is not being recorded, I can tell you that for a fact. Nobody's keeping a fucking score. Why do I feel like that? In my body, in my mind, in everything I do, like consciously, unconsciously, I feel like somebody's fucking watching me. And not on some like trivial like, yeah, maybe there's a camera in the corner. No. All the time. And it fucks with me. Like it's actively fucked with me. It's also part of why I've been so successful in life, because of fear of failing. But it doesn't feel good to be afraid of failing every single thing. Like even the trophy, fucking making tea. Like, yeah. But like I said, I'm here for you guys. I'm gonna try my best to show up as unmasked as I could, because that's also a big part of why like I don't show up on here, because I've been unmasking or healing or like figuring all of this out. I'm so afraid of what it's gonna look like to other people, and it'll taint how they see me, or like duality is not a thing in their existence. And so me being this emotional wreck, I can't be who I'm known to be. Like it kind of would ruin my reputation in a way. I'm really afraid of that. And a part of that is also like I've had videos, no need to edit them, but because they're showing parts of me, vulnerable parts of me, that I don't feel safe to share, because the world is such a scary place. I haven't shared it, but most recently I have been trying my best. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. When things get like really heavy, I kind of try to like look away. Or when I start getting anxious in my body because of what I'm saying, like when I, instead of not saying the thing, I just don't make the eye contact. Like I would try to get it out still because I know I thought as being, but yeah, I would have videos to post that would not require editing, but like just fear of like being judged, and also just like having this space on the internet. But most recently I've been realizing that my experience is my experience, and if somebody wants to like weaponize like my vulnerability and my growth and my healing and me sharing how I feel, and make it where like they use that as like an excuse as to why I'm not capable or I'm not able to be afforded certain opportunities or do certain things, then that's on them, and that has nothing to do with me. And that just goes to show that the world has a lot more work to do. But I'm trusting one in God that me sharing my authentic experience here will serve more people and change somebody's life. Like literally, that's kind of what it is. It's just like, yo, this is the content that I wish I could see, because it would make me feel a lot less alone in this world. And if I could make one other person feel like a lot less alone or crazy, then cool. And if I have to lose my job for that, like, cool, bro, cool. Because I know it's not ludicrous. It's not like, these aren't made up feelings. These aren't things that are just like all in my head. As much as I've made myself believe that for the greater part of 25 years, there has to be somebody else out there. Because even when I'm thinking of like a business idea, I'm like, well, there's at least one other person out there that's thought of this. And then I use that as like my means to just be like, it's already done, or somebody's already working on it, or by the time I get all the resources or all the things that I need, somebody would have already done it, so I won't do it. So if that's what I'm thinking about in terms of progressing financially in like a capitalist society, then emotionally and mentally, there are also people that are having these same emotional thoughts and feelings and feeling alone too. So why don't we make a space for it? And yeah, so that's why I'm doing this, but doing it deathly afraid. Okay guys, deathly afraid. And even these videos that I'm posting are a bit more tamed in as far as like I'm not disheveled, I'm not crying, I'm not like losing it, I'm not talking about mistakes, I'm not talking about being avoidant, like running away from things just out of fear, literally running away from things out of fear. And as much as that may make me seem like a quitter or like weak or like, yeah, it's really just the fear of it making me seem weak of why I haven't posted these things. So I will, and that just goes to show strength to me. It's me affirming in myself that I'm strong enough to share this with somebody else and trust that the validation is out there that I'm looking for, and the community that I'm looking for is out there. So if you're also looking for the same thing, look no further, you're here. I really want to cry, so I'm gonna try and cry, because like processing these feelings are hard. Like even just like sharing this with you, it made me come to a realization that, hey, yeah, like I am lonely, and there's a reason for it. Because as much as there are people that are having the same experience that I am, awareness is a big part of community. Like you have to be aware to be present in the community, right? Like if you don't know that you like carrots, then you would not be able to join a carrot fanatic group. Like, if you just think that, yeah, I just eat carrots regularly. I eat them sometimes, when you realize every week you buy like 3 bags of carrots. Like, come on, join the group. So yeah, it's even just processing these feelings and realizing that there is a part of community that I am missing, and it is the aware part, the part that of people that are aware of the struggles that we're facing and are not, because for a long time I was in denial about it, like just thinking that it's all in my head, it's not a real thing, like I'm just doing this because I'm crazy. So moving out of my head into the real world and hoping that I'm not actually crazy, and if I am, there are other crazy people out there, it makes me feel better. But it also makes me feel, and this is the part that makes me want to regret, the fact that I've been going through this for so long alone, still am. Like, that takes a lot, and I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of you. Like, yeah, guys, sorry for like making videos that are like long and rambly and I keep repeating the same things, but like it's because like I don't think they're real things. Like, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm trying to tell myself this is real. Like, this is how you feel, this is real. Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's a valid thing, it's a valid thing, it's a valid thing. Like, every time I talk, and then I'll stop recording and just like more things will come up that are valid, and it's just like, well, if that's true, then this is true, and then that. And so I'm gonna end this video here because I do want to do a bit of crying. I feel too activated emotionally to even focus on work right now. I'm trying to push through because yesterday was a really productive day and I want to be productive today. But there's so much going on in my body, in my brain. Like, I just want a hug. I want to be able to just leave and go to the park and like enjoy some fun kid stuff, like kid stuff that I would have. I want to do something fun, and maybe I'll do a little dance party. I'm supposed to go for a walk today. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. See you guys later. Hope this helps. Hey, with Jesus. This album reminds me so much of my dad. He loved it. Maybe not this song, but like Jay-Z and Kanye together, he would listen to these songs on repeat. I'm probably getting copyright for this, so I just wanted to throw this in there. Yeah, like this album reminds me so much of my dad. I even forgot, like I played it last week and it was just like, oh my gosh, yes, he loved this. Like, this is his crack. Like, literally, he loved this album. Like, Jay-Z and Kanye together, like, oh my gosh, he loved it. Listening to it again has like a calming effect that I really appreciate. But like, also, I haven't watched Kanye, the documentary about Kanye. I want to watch that on Netflix. I have been avoiding it for obvious reasons, but like, well, not for obvious reasons to you guys, but yeah, for obvious reasons to me. And I think I'm gonna eventually, wow, yeah, obviously it would have been eventually, but I think I'm gonna watch it soon. I want to, but Kanye reminds me so much of my dad, like, and it doesn't help that my dad was like the biggest Kanye fan, so like, as much as he reminds me of him, he always, it's like a, what do you call it? It's bittersweet. Because Kanye is like wilding sometimes, and my dad would be wilding sometimes. So many stark I wouldn't say correlations, but resemblances. But like, and I think that's a part of why I haven't watched it, but like, and I don't think that I'm at a point where I'm ready to process that. So I probably won't watch it, because like, I'm telling myself, because I know the genius that is Kanye and the genius that probably is the docuseries, or just the information that they're sharing, like, it would be content that I would enjoy naturally. But at the same time, like, even saying this, I have this weird, like, pain in my chest. Like, that is weird. That was not there before. And it wasn't there when I first started this. And now my arm, my hand is like, there's like a weird, like, sensation going from my heart to my hand. And while I'm talking, I'm like actively doing this to my hand, but this hand, nothing's happening. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm trying to be more aware of what's going on in my body, and like, because my body is telling me how I feel, which I'm feeling. I'm feeling heavy. Like, I'm feeling, this is a lot to talk about, and I haven't like even addressed it. Like, everybody would just be like, oh, you should watch this is so good, and I'm just like, yeah, watch it. Watch it. Yeah, I know it's good. Even when people talk about Kanye, it's like, yeah. Even literally when he's wilding, or like, and I want to like engage in that discourse just because it's like social commentary, right? It feels like, I want to say, and it's not, I know it's not, but like, it feels that way, like I'm kind of attacking my dad. Like, it feels like engaging in those conversations, or like, it just feels directly connected to him. And that's why my chest, like my heart is hurting right now as I'm talking about this, because I know I have like weird conflicting views about Kanye, which is nuanced, but like, I can't separate the two. It's good to acknowledge that. It's good to acknowledge that, and also to acknowledge that there's no rush to watch it. Like, as much as I want to engage in that content and to just be to enjoy it, I am not ready for it, and that's okay. That is okay. It feels weird to say that, and I've never said that to anyone, because it's just like, people are just gonna be like, are you nuts? Like, what do you mean you're not ready to watch a show? Like, it's not even that big of a deal. Oh. But yeah, it's heavy. It makes me feel heavy just thinking about it, so I can't even imagine getting through an entire series. And what's crazy is there are shows that like are not remotely connected to anything, well, that personal to me, and I will still not watch them because they're heavy for me. So yeah, like Stranger Things season 4, the newest episode. Like, I feel like Stranger Things has always been like, yeah, that's so crazy, right? I feel like most recently I have been like acknowledging the concept is not that far-fetched, and just that like knowledge scares me. And I'm like, we just spoke of earlier in this video, or in the previous video, I don't know where I'm inserting this, but yeah, like, I'm always like deathly afraid of like things. So like, adding more fear into my life, because now it seems more eminently like real, like in college, or like even like 3 to 4 years ago, it just seemed like a fun concept. Like, oh my gosh, the graphics, oh my gosh, the story, it's too real now. Sorry, but like, I will eventually watch it. I keep telling myself eventually, maybe never. Like, is it a must? Like, sure. Like, and that is what life looks like for me right now. Like, acknowledging where I'm pushing myself too far, and not pushing myself, like choosing not to continue, because I haven't had no boundaries. There is nothing, if I felt within myself that I needed to do it, or like it was necessary, that I wouldn't do. Like, completely ignoring my my physical, but like, the physical has become so loud now, most recently, and that's like obviously an effect of overriding it for so long. It's just like, yo, affecting my appetite, like in areas where like I can't now. Like, you just like, excuse me, do you want to die? Do you want to die? Like, get your shit together. Like, I'm talking to you. My body's literally saying, my mind is literally saying, hello, I've been trying to talk to you. I'm talking to you. Are you listening? Are you, like, we can't go on like this much longer. Like, so if you want to continue ignoring us, that's cool. Like, be my guest, but If you want success, you want to progress, if you want to feel good, emphasis on feeling good, because that's really just all it is right now. Like, I just want to feel good and not feel shitty all the time. And if I want to do that, I have to listen to myself. I have to listen to my body. I have to listen to what my body's saying. Yeah, hey, if you do this, you're gonna feel shitty, like shitty. If I watch Genius, or what is it called? I think it's called Genius. I will feel so shitty. And once I start that, it's just already like a cycle, like, because I like to hold on to shitty feelings. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm crying. I feel, let's just make this a pity party. Let's just make this a shitty party. Like, so now that I'm aware of the signals, turn into the left, not the right. And that is what, when you know better, you do better. Like, I don't need to feel that to know that, like, you know. And that's not to say that I'm missing out on information that's in there, because when I need it and when I'm ready to have it, I'll get it. Not before. No time before my body's ready to process that. We'll do it. Not a minute before, not a minute too late. I hope you guys are having a great day, though. I hope these videos are not just me sitting at my desk rambling for days, because it's looking like that's what it's about to be. Maybe today is just I can't even say today is just a hard day, because like every day feels like this. Like, I'll come up on a feeling that I've never felt before, or like just or a feeling that I felt before, but like just completely feeling it from a different angle or whatever, and it just wipe me out, or like literally have me there like I'm treading water, like I'm just trying to come up for air. And that's what earlier was like. I wasn't able to focus because my mind was just so occupied and like, oh my god, why am I so lonely? Why am I so lonely? I need this, I need. When I feel it in my body, like, I can't, like, if it's stuck in my mind, I could ignore it and just push past. When it starts to move to the body, which is what's going on, the mind-body connection is kind of annoying me right now. It's always been going on, but I have successfully been able to numb the body part in this whole equation for a number of years. And I can't even say successfully, because that's not, I don't want to I don't want to encourage that. I also don't want to make it seem like it was the best thing to do, but like, it's what I felt was best at the time. It's what I knew best at the time. And so now that my body is not numbed and it is clocking in for a shift, as it has been for 25 years, I am now feeling things that I just like, excuse me, why is this feeling inhibiting me from proceeding with life? Except I can't, because it's me. This body connected to me, literally, it's just gonna be here. Like, literally, like how you guys, like, I'm talking to you and you're probably just like, why this girl don't move her hand? And this is my feelings in my life. Like, work is back here, work is probably my voice, and like, you're trying to focus on my voice, but like, my, you know, my hands are just doing all of the things. And can you even hear what I'm saying right now? Yeah. If that feels anything like what you feel on a daily basis, subscribe. Like, I feel like I'm not even selling this at this point. I'm just sharing. And I hope not oversharing, but this is my space. So if I'm oversharing, exit stage left. Like, do not subscribe, do not pass go, do not collect $200, run. Do not walk. Bye. Like, it's not by force. It's not by force. It's not by force. And I cannot come and die. So what I will do is come and live, and choose to live every day, listening to myself and making choices that are in direct correlation to my best interest. And I hope you continue to do the same. Legal Link. I cannot say I'm Slim Jim again, because Come on, guys. Who doesn't know that at this point?